Let's move right over to the yoga mat and begin. And I will just get rid of my little face cam on the side. The picture-in-picture cam. So come up onto a standing position on your feet. Make sure that you got everything that you need nice and close by, maybe a little water bottle, and some of the things that you don't need aren't as close by. So if you can afford to get rid of the phone or then turn the notifications off or put the things in your pockets away so that you don't have things distracting you, really focus in on being present here on the yoga mat today. Let's step the feet together at the top of the mat. Let the arms relax by the sides. The palms can face forwards for our starting posture, mountain pose. Thank you so much for coming to the session today. Let's move our bodies together. Draw your hands towards your heart center. Touch each fingertip and the thumb. And then gently press the palms together so that you can feel your chest and the pectoral muscles and the chest activate a little bit. Now let's take a breath in through the nose, filling up. Breath out through the mouth, pressing down. A breath in through the nose, reaching forwards and up. A breath out through the mouth, sliding down through the center. Pressing down and looking down at the knuckles. Breathe in again, reach the arms forwards and all the way up, tall above your head. Hands to the heart center, pressing down, looking down through the hands. Let's do this pattern one more time. So breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, sliding down. Interlace, press down. All right, bring the hands onto your hips. Let's go into tree pose here. So we're going to move our left knee up in front of our hip. Open the left knee to the side of the room and then plant the foot just to the inside edge of the right calf muscle. Or if you'd like to, up higher on the inner thigh, if that works better for you. Now join your hands together in front of your heart center. This posture will serve us in a few different ways in the hip area. So it allows the front left groin muscles of the hip to start to open up as we move that leg open to the side. Simultaneously, it's actually helping strengthen the muscles on that same area, but on the back. So on the bum on the left side, because to take the leg out to that side, it's going to involve a little bit of engagement of the glute muscle, engagement of the outer thigh. Now we can also push down into the floor of the standing foot. And let's take that tree pose just for 3 more breaths. Inhale through the nose. And exhale. 2 more, in. And out. It's okay if you fall out of the pose at some points in times. It's not a big deal. And then let's move out of the pose on that last exhale, lowering the foot down to the floor. Awesome, let's try it on the opposite side, okay? So we're gonna lift the right knee up, open it to the side, take the foot to touch the inside edge of the left calf muscle, and then bring your hands to center in front of your heart. Lift up tall, contract the outer right bum muscle to open the groin, contract the left bum muscle to stand tall on that posting leg's hip. Then we'll just keep the hands at the heart once again, pressing into the floor a little bit and reaching up with the crown of the head a little bit. Three more breaths in and out your nostrils. And then let's allow that knee to move forwards and lower that foot to the floor. Now, go ahead and relax your arms to your sides. Next, we're going to move into eagle pose. So we're going to take that right leg over top of the left leg so that we can have a bind shape in the legs, or kind of squeezing through the groin. And then we're going to take the right arm underneath the left arm and bind through the arms and squeeze there. We can also grab shoulders if that's more beneficial for our body's biomechanics. That just works better for you, that's awesome. Or if wrapping up the arms is feeling nice, you could do that instead. If balance is tricky for you today, tap your right toe down into the floor, just like I'm doing here, demonstrating, and have both feet connected to the ground instead of just the one foot, okay? Let's take another breath in the nose. Breath out the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Breathing in and out. Last breath in this shape. Exhale, right foot to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. Let's take the left arm underneath the right arm now. So we're going to give ourselves that bind, maybe giving ourselves a nice hug, or optionally taking the arms and wrapping them up like so, and having the left underneath the right arm. Now let's take the left leg up and over top of the right leg and give our inner thigh muscles a little squeeze to the center. This is going to help open up the outer sides of the hips there. Remember, this class is focused on our hips. Our first 15 minutes is a little bit of standing work. Our second 15 minutes is a little bit of floor work. So know that in about 6 or 7 minutes from now, we will slow things down and cool our bodies down on the floor. Let's take another breath in and out. Last breath in. Exhale, step left foot down. Reach your arms all the way up to the sky. Breathe in. And take your hands to your heart center. Step up to the top of the yoga mat. And then step backwards with your right foot so that you just have a natural stance back. You're not going super long, just a comfortable stance, maybe 2 or 3 feet between your heels and your toes. Now we're going to lunge that left knee forwards over the left ankle and then reach the arms up into the air. Find a breath in and out. Take a breath in and out. One more inhalation. Exhale, reach the arms apart from this upper reach. So you're going to reach to either sides of the room and then open up your stance, right foot heel toes back, left arm points forwards, right arm points back, and then lunge that left knee so it's over top of the left ankle. So I went to the climbing gym yesterday and my shoulders are really feeling it today. They're a little bit sore from working the shoulder muscles in new and dynamic ways being at the climbing gym. So if we have soreness in our body, we can either just feel it out and see, oh, is this bad or is it just kind of soreness that I'm feeling? And if it's bad, maybe we put the arms down. And if it's just soreness and that's okay, if it's going to end in a few days, we just keep reaching the arms apart and accepting sensation, breathing through the sensations in the body. Now let's straighten our front leg, put our hands on the hips. We're going to turn our left toes sideways, then turn the right toes to the back of the mat. We're going to bring our stance in a little bit for warrior one on the opposite side. So now the left foot's back, the right foot's forwards. Reach up with both of your arms. Those lovely rock climber arms that have a hard time lifting you up. It's so hard. What a challenging sport that is. Let's keep reaching and then lunge the right knee over the ankle. I definitely have the flexibility for rock climbing, but some of the strength is, it's very, very interesting. It's like a combination of intuition and strength, and it's a totally different game than doing a yoga practice. Let's take a breath in, reach up. Exhale, open up the arms, heel toe the left foot back, come into your warrior two position, and then lunge the front knee over the front ankle. I was gonna say runner's lunge, but we're not in runner's lunge. We're in just our warrior two lunge. Let's give that knee that lunging position. Press back through the left leg into the heel. Reach apart with the fingertips and the arms. Let's take another deep breath in the nose. Out the nose. Inhale. Exhale, relax the arms to the hips, straighten your front leg. Turn your front toes sideways. So now we have a wide-legged position with the feet. We can go as wide as we want, really wide, a mid stance like I'm doing right now, or even not wide at all, just feet in a neutral position. Any of these shapes along the way are going to work great. So pick one and then hold the hands onto your hips and then hinge at the hips and fold down until you can feel the backs of the legs stretching out. Let's start to fold and hang down through the upper spine. Let's let the arms dangle down. Just breathing in your fold, in and out through the nose. Bring your hands back to your thighs. Slowly rise up all the way until you're standing and turn to face forwards on your yoga mat. All right, we just have 2 more postures on our standing sequence to go. Okay, folks, so let's stick with it. You're doing great. Let's have the left foot posting down and then the right foot back behind us. This is going to help strengthen the glute muscle, which is part of that hip area. Remember that part of hip health is not only stretchiness, but strength too. So we can't just do stretchy stuff all the time. We could, but it benefits us in our yoga practice to have a dynamic practice to go strength and stretch, a little bit of both. So let's try to hold that leg up back behind us, using that back bum muscle that's lifting, the right bum muscle is lifting up. We can reach the arms back behind us. Here for 5. You can do this, only 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go to the opposite side. Right foot down, left foot back. Start with just the toe on the floor, straighten out the leg, lengthen the spine, reach the arms back, and then lift the leg up off the floor. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to both feet on the floor. Last posture of our standing sequence here. Let's reach the left arm up. Right arm reaches beside the hip, just down. Then we're going to kick the right heel to the bum, grab hold of the foot with the hand, and then start to kick back and reach up at the same time. And we're just here again for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's rise back up, lower the foot down, swap the arms. Right arm reaches up, left arm is down by the hip. Kick the left heel back to the butt, grab hold of the foot with the left hand. Give a little kick back, a reach up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back up. Lower the foot down to the floor, relax both arms. Let's lay down for our floor sequence here, folks. So come on down with the knees on the floor. Walk them to the top of the mat, touch the toes together, and then start to lean back so that you're on your hands or your elbows. Starting with reclining hero here first. And then from there, we're going to move into pigeon next and some other lovely shapes. So we can get a little bicep stretch here, which is great, especially if we just did something like rock climbing. So we're going to reach back with the hands, point the fingertips back behind you, and then lean back a little bit more onto the arms and hands there. And you should feel the forearm stretching out, the bicep stretching out a little bit. Slowing down the posture might feel like slowing down the breathing too, and that can be a really nice expression of your yoga practice right here. So let's try that. Slow breath in and out. Last breath in reclining hero. And then slowly coming back up, and as promised, into pigeon pose. So we're going to walk onto hands and knees. Once we're on hands and knees, we're going to go ahead and take the right knee up, touching the right hand or wrist. Turn the shin under your pelvis. Relax the left leg back behind you. Come down onto your elbows, feeling that right bum muscle stretching out. Breathe in the nose, filling up the chest, the belly, the lungs. And breathe out, sighing out the mouth. Let's change sides. So coming up onto palms. Coming back to tabletop position, folks. So walk that back knee in once or twice. Come back to hands and knees. Walk the left knee up to the left wrist. Turn the shin underneath your pelvis. Relax the right leg back behind you. Come down onto your elbows once again. And relax your body into this side of the groin and hip stretch, depending on what part of the body is a little tighter. And let's rest into this and just breathe. You can let your head hang down as you take your last few breaths in this posture. And let's start to come back up. So from elbows to palms, lifting chest. From hands and back knee, you're going to walk that back knee in a bit. So just curl that right toe under, walk the knee, come back to tabletop. And then turn over so that you're laying on your back. And it would be a good thing to grab some blocks if you have them close by. So grab some yoga blocks. If you don't have blocks, grab something creative. Cushions work great, or rolled up towels. I think the rolled up towel is probably one of the better options. And then we're going to take our hips up and on top of something. We can just try something small for now, starting with a gentle lift. And if we want to, we can add a little bit more. So if that's right away, you can tell that that's not enough. We can go up on 2 blocks if you have 2 blocks, or we can just turn the block to a different height. I do prefer 2 blocks because it's a denser feeling, like the block isn't as wobbly. So it's more stable. The feeling is more stable rather than dense. Not a lot of movement. You can let the arms relax just to your sides, palms facing up. Put your mind down into the stomach and inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Breathing in. Relaxing. You could extend your legs for the last few breaths of this posture if you'd like to. So the legs might go out. This is going to stretch more of the groin and more of the stomach as well. So give that a shot. You might feel the abdomen stretching out. Hips all the way up to the underside of the rib cage. Last 2 breaths in and out the nose. Let's walk our feet closer to the blocks. Lift our hips up off the blocks and just slide them off to the side. Put the hips down on the floor. This next pose doesn't require any props at all. So just lift your knees up into the air. Grab the outside edges of the knees and shins. And then gently open up the groin muscles to the side and allow the knees to open up to the sides as well. Now we could grab for the feet instead of the knees if we'd like to. To give that a shot, we just lift the feet up rather, and then go and grab for those feet with the hands. And you might find it more accessible than you may think. And then we can just press up with the soles of the feet a little bit and stretch out the groin muscles a little bit deeper. Pressing up, pressing out with the feet. And let's let go of those feet and just roll the hips back to the floor, feet to the floor. Bring the knees to touch together and the feet also to touch the sides of the feet. Now we'll walk the hips over to the left hand side, and then the knees are going to drape over to the right hand side together. We're in our twist here. Now twists are mainly felt in the core for a lot of people, but they really do help a lot in the area of the hips also. The muscles in that region, in our whole body, are very interconnected. So if we can relax the areas just above and below the hips, we may feel a greater sense of relaxation in the hips themselves. You could also use blocks in this posture as well, where I put mine is underneath my right thigh. One more inhale, look over to the left. And exhale, stay looking to the left. Now lift the gaze, the knees back to center. So you're just laying on your back and your hips again. Let's try this on the opposite side. So walking the hips to the right side, feet together, knees together to the left. Optional, grab that block, put it underneath the left thigh. Once we're there, we could look over to our right hand side. Feel that twisting sensation through the abdomen, but also down into the area and region of the hips there. All right, lift your gaze back up to the ceiling. Lift your knees back to point up to the ceiling and extend both of your legs out into final Shavasana. Now I'm going to pick up my guitar and play you a song for your final Shavasana here. So if you have music playing or anything like that, please just give it a pause and let me play you something live. You can stay laying down on your back and just imagine and envision through some of the lyrics that I sing to you. You teach me how to laugh again. In the water you took me in. It's a wonder we're here. Your arm brushes mine and I'm alive. And you say there's just some things I can't explain, so you leave it to wonder and fate. Will you jump on in with me? Don't wait. Can you feel the softness? It is all around us. We pass 3 or 4. Through softness you glide and you're alive. And you say there's just some things I can't explain, so I leave it to wonder and fate. Will you jump on in with me? Don't wait. Will you jump on in with me? Don't wait. Don't wait. Da 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 And you say there's There's just some things I can't explain, so you leave to wonder and fate. Will you jump on in with me? Don't wait. Don't wait. Thanks again so much for being here. It's always a pleasure to do these live sessions with you, to be here. I'll see you soon.